Here's about 5 to 10 tips about how to prepare for life in your 30s and what I think would fulfill you more so than maybe what you previously believed before watching. You have all the money in the world. What good is money without experiences? That would be number one for me. Health is wealth. Number two would be get your passport as soon as possible. My only regret about getting my passport is I didn't do it.
Talk about designer, committed sin for this Gucci, perjury for this Prada, more Franks, no Sinatra. A feature and a walkthrough, I charge them 2 choppers, leave bands for my mama. I go before she do. Leader of my gang, cuz never been to me too. Solid on morals, stand on them, God keep true.
So in the last video, I was telling you guys there's gonna be some changes to the channel. We're gonna start doing a little bit more consistent posting throughout the week, 2 to 3 times a week. Really ramping it up, speaking about different topics, and just as someone that just turned 31 years old this year, I'll say this about what I've learned in life so far and what makes me feel the most fulfilled at 31. And honestly, I feel younger than when I was 21. Here's about 5 to 10 tips about how to prepare for life in your 30s and what I think would fulfill you more so than maybe what you previously believed before watching this video. Even for people that's in their 40s and 50s and 60s, this could apply to you too, by the way. But specifically for people in their 20s, main things I'll say is make sure you take care of your health, because getting up, going to the gym, swimming, lifting weights, it really does play a difference the older you get. And you feel better, honestly, about yourself. And you feel better about your situation. That would be number one for me. Health is wealth. Number two would be get your passport as soon as possible. My only regret about getting my passport is I didn't do it sooner. You know, I got my passport around 27 and I left the country for the first time at 28. And I've been leaving the country every year since, because getting your passport is essential to your manhood, and solo traveling is so essential to your manhood because your mind expands so much when you see how far the USD goes in other countries, when you see the culture, when you see the style of living, when you see the way that people treat you as an American outside of America. It's essential to get your passport, but also travel solo to another country. Now, you could travel with friends too, because I know a lot of people in their 20s probably wouldn't be going to foreign countries by themselves. It's only few and far between that would, but you have to get that passport and you have to travel before you turn 30. Seriously, guys. Number 3 would be get some type of certifications. They got trade certifications. You can get a bachelor's degree. Get something that's able to sustain you throughout life without an expiration date. So for me, I got a teaching English certification, so I can go to any country and teach English as long as I pass all the other provisions. I have the bachelor's degree, and then I have a Act 235 certification, which means I could do like armed security on military bases anywhere in the US or even in different countries. So these certifications can sustain me. And I also have some stuff I do on the side as far as stocks and crypto, which brings me to my next point. Feel free to invest, even if it's just a little bit of money, but I would prefer someone in their 20s invest their money more so in solo traveling, more so than the stocks and the crypto. You can have all the money in the world. What good is money without experiences? So I think it's more important to really get out there, really take some risks, you know, mix it up a little bit. Maybe everybody's going to Thailand. Maybe you go to Cambodia. Everybody's going to Japan. Maybe you go to Vietnam. You don't always have to go where everybody else is going, but you do need to go somewhere. And that's going to be more important than investing, because then after you go to the places that's available to you, you're going to see that investment means so much more, because you're going to get a better idea of what you really want out of life in regards to relationship, financial standards, and where you want to live. Like for instance, me personally, after being in Japan, I would buy a house in Tokyo or in the outskirts of Tokyo before I ever buy a house in New York City. But I wouldn't have knew that if I would have never went to Tokyo in Japan and experienced the lifestyle in Japan. So traveling is essential because it's really going to point your moral compass or point you in a way that you really want to be, because you don't know what's out there until you have something to compare it to. So it's essential. I think we're on number 4 or number 5. Create a YouTube channel is free. Create a YouTube channel is free. Create a YouTube channel is free. I don't do YouTube for views or monetization. I do it because it's part of my digital footprint. It's part of my journey. Now, if you find success in YouTube, that's great for you. But even if you don't, create a YouTube channel, because you're going to be traveling. You took my advice. You're going to be getting these certifications. You're going to be doing things that put you in places where most other people aren't. So it's good to document your journey along the way. And it's free. I don't understand how YouTube's still free in 2025. It's a free chance to accumulate more wealth, more money, more knowledge, and actually share your experiences to help other people reach their ultimate goal. Because when you help somebody else, you help yourself, really. So I think that's about 5 right there. Something fun. It brings me to my next point. Don't be afraid to own an older vehicle. As you can see, this is a 1996 Chevy Starcraft with a V8 engine, by the way. If any of my car guys out there know, a V8 engine is cool to have no matter what vehicle it's in. But anyways, don't be afraid to own something different than what everybody else have. You don't have to always have the newest stuff. I think ownership is overlooked. I'd rather own an older vehicle that's very reliable, just like every other vehicle, but I don't have a monthly car payment, so all of that extra income could be going into a stock, a dividend, or some type of cryptocurrency. Which brings me to my next point. Don't be afraid to do things like cut your own hair when you're in your 20s. Your hair always grows back. The barber sometime in America get ridiculous with prices, $60, $100. I've seen people pay up to $1,000 for a haircut. So don't always be afraid to, cut your own hair, trim yourself up. First of all, learning how to do those things is good because it empowers you to be able to make yourself look well, but also you save a substantial amount of money. Part of my last trip was literally on money that I probably would have spent in a barbershop, because it's not that expensive to travel. You figure a plane ticket from New York to Tokyo is $400. $400 is what most people spend in a barbershop in 10 months or less. So yeah, don't be afraid to cut your own hair, trim yourself up, make yourself look appropriate, invest in a good pair of clippers. Which brings me to my last point. Guys, always be mindful that one day you have to die. You cannot take anything in this world with you. So all the money you make, all of the possessions you own, it literally means nothing. The only thing you have is your memories, and sometimes you can even lose those in old age. So don't be too serious about life in your 20s. Make sure you get out, you explore the world. You're able to really take advantage of that American passport, because you never know what's going to happen in the future. You never know if you're going to fall ill. Life is tricky, guys. You never know what's going to happen. So when you have your health and you have a strong mind, make sure you accumulate time, not money, accumulate time to develop yourself and see the world. Because when you see the world, you see yourself. When you see your country, you see a part of yourself. But when you see the world, the culture, the different cultures, the different people, the different foods, the different lifestyles, it will change your whole outcome. The best thing I ever did was not go to university and graduate. It was not actually the second best thing I did, because the first best thing I did was go and be with my grandmother. After I went to Thailand, I picked up a job opportunity that I really wanted, but I decided to not take that job opportunity, and I came back home to be with my grandmother. That was the best thing. But the second best thing I ever did was travel around the world. I never thought about the money I spent traveling, because I learned so much, and honestly, it gives you the motivation you need to push through life in America. I'm not dreading my 9 to 5 because I like my certification. I'm not dreading my 9 to 5 because even if I didn't have my certification, I understand how far USD goes around the world. I don't have a lot of payments, although I did have payments before as far as car payments and things of that nature. I gave all of those things up. The credit cards, the expensive style of living, and trying to keep up with people. I'm more happy in this 1996 Starcraft than I was in my 2024 Mitsubishi Rally Art, which was pretty nice, by the way. But with that being said, One last thing I did forget to mention, try to keep your cost of living low as far as housing go. So my rent right now in America is $580 per month with everything included. I know you guys can't believe it. I know it's almost unbelievable, but this is the reason why. I live an hour away from Pittsburgh in the middle of freaking nowhere. And also because everything's included, I don't know why it's cheap. If I'm being honest with you, I'm not gonna lie to you. But try and keep your cost of living low in America, so that way you could afford a life outside of America, whatever you pick up and please to leave. And that's where the certifications come in. If you got a certification, dude, you're going to be able to find jobs no matter what year, no matter what time of the year. So if you ever feel burnt out and you have a certification, you could just leave the country for 3 to 6 months and then come back in the country, and people still going to want to hire you because you do have those certifications. So it's very important. I don't know why I made this video. It was just put on me. But it's very important to take some of these tips if you happen to come across this video. Also, if you want to, you can like and subscribe and do everything, but I honestly don't care. I just hope that this video finds you well, and I hope that you guys make smart decisions in the future. And just remember, you can't live forever. You never know the day that you're gonna die. You might not make it to 31. I know plenty of people who didn't make it to 31. So don't look at aging as something negative. Look at it as a blessing, because life could get tricky. And I hope this video found you well. If it did, drop a comment. Let me know if you have any advice for me, if you're older than me maybe, or even if you're younger than me. And also, did this advice help you? If you need any help in regards to getting your passport or anything of the nature of what I was just speaking of, feel free to reach out and email me. My email's in my bio. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I'm going to be coming with more videos of just self-development, talking to you guys, reaction videos, things of that nature, because I want to start posting 3 to 4 times a week as I continue to grow on YouTube. With that being said, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope this video found you well. And remember, man, life's short. But guess what? If you live a meaningful life, the time will be more significant than if you live a safe life. All right, stay dangerous, guys. See you in the next video. Peace.
Rooms for the goons, sick 'em on you, tell 'em sweep through, guns out. Eventually it just stop and your time runs out. See me with a teller, that's only to take the funds out. Drugs.
You want to wait till you're 35 to get married.
Zach just said that it doesn't matter about the money, it matters about the person.
Yeah.
And
Yeah, some bum ass shit. Who dumb?
Well,
What are you talking about?